Hello, everyone. I hope all of you are doing super well and super good as you always do. And I hope all of you are taking care of yourselves, most importantly. Okay, so hi, welcome. If you are new here, welcome to Student. I am Lakshata. And welcome back if you are my old cute bacha party, because you already know that we have all these new, interesting courses that we keep on doing. So today we have a very different distinctive course that we have brought together. So हम लोग क्या कहते थे कि अभी हम लोग ऐसे used to get English, science, maths and all of those courses जो सबके लिए more or less एक ही तरीके के होते थे, है ना? But आज हम ऐसे specialized course लेके आए, which is yeah, as you would have already read in the slider as well as in the title itself, that is accountancy. Hi Preeti, hi Suman. So hi everyone. एंड टुडे जो फैकल्टी हमारे साथ है, जो अकाउंटेंसी का आपका लेक्चर लेने वाले हैं, ही हिमसेल्फ इज such a designated faculty of Ahmedabad itself that people really die to learn from him. उनका पढ़ाने का तरीका, उनका methodology, he himself has so much of experience not just in the academic world मगर in the corporate world also. तो आपको उनका पिछले 20-25 साल का नॉलेज combined from the experience of working in a corporate as well as the experience of working in this entire academic industry एक साथ कम्युलेट होके बहुत एडवांस लेवल पे मगर बहुत ही इजी फॉर्मुलेशन में मिलने वाला है. ओके, सो इन केस आप लोगों ने अभी तक चैनल को लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है देन क्विकली कर लीजिए. ओके, और इन केस आप लोगों ने अभी तक लिंक अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर नहीं किया है तो करिए, बिकॉज एज आई ऑलवेज से वी आर हियर टू ग्रो एज अ कम्युनिटी. पढ़ाई, नॉलेज ऑलवेज ग्रोज व्हेन वी शेयर, राइट? सो जल्दी से 1 क्विक मिनट आप जल्दी से प्लेटफॉर्म का सारा इंफॉर्मेशन, लिंक्स एंड एवरीथिंग अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ शेयर करिए. इन दैट 1 क्विक मिनट, एज ऑलवेज, मैं आपको हमारे प्लेटफॉर्म का एक क्विक ओवरव्यू दे देती हूँ. ओके, सो आप लोगों को पता चल जाएगा कि प्लेटफॉर्म कहाँ से डाउनलोड करना है, उसके अंदर आपको क्या क्या इंफॉर्मेशन मिलेगा, राइट? सो this is what the Octopod Studenting platform looks like. Okay, so जब हम यहाँ पे अंदर जाएंगे तो नीचे एक ऑक्टो वर्ल्ड करके सेक्शन, राइट? सो जब आप नीचे ऑक्टो वर्ल्ड सेक्शन पे क्लिक करते हैं, सो सी संजीव सर का लेक्चर लाइव चल रहा है यहाँ पे. वी ऑलरेडी हैव ऑल दोस इंफॉर्मेशन एंड एवरीथिंग आउट हियर. उसके साथ साथ हमारे पास ऐसे बहुत सारे कोर्सेज हैं, जैसे ये ऑब्जेक्टिव टेस्ट हो गया, स्पोकन इंग्लिश हो गया, स्किल बेस्ड हो गया. तो जैसे आज संजीव सर अकाउंटेंसी पढ़ाने वाले, सो अगर उनकी साइड से हमें कोई भी इनपुट्स, कोई भी होमवर्क बेस्ड असाइनमेंट्स या कोई भी नोट्स मिलेंगे तो वो सब हम यहीं डालने वाले, राइट? और ये सारे लेक्चर्स भी आप यहाँ पे एक्सेस कर सकते हैं और ये सारे लेक्चर्स आपको फ्रीली अवेलेबल, राइट? अगर आपके पास रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स हैं देन आप डेफिनेटली इन्हें रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट से ही ले सकते हो, तो आपको कुछ पैसा वैसा देने की जरूरत भी नहीं. अदरवाइज ये 25 रुपीज का तो छोटा वाला डेयरी मिल्क आता है, राइट? सो इट इज दैट मिनिमम. तो हम लोग इसे आराम से एक्सेस कर सकते हैं. एंड ऑल ऑफ दिस इंफॉर्मेशन देयर आर स्किल बेस्ड कोर्सेज, राइट? जैसे डांस हो गया, सिंगिंग हो गया, पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट हो गया, स्पोकन इंग्लिश हो गया. So we have so many such skill-based course also, जो भी सब freely available. Then we have so many different categories, starting from your aptitude, board examinations, art and craft, maths, foreign language, health and fitness, so on and so forth. Like the list is endless. और आप किसी भी category के अंदर जाएंगे ना, you'll find unnumbered videos, notes, so much of informational content जो आपको specifically focused free में मिल रहा है. सो मेक श्योर आप यहाँ आके रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स अर्न करें और ये सारे फ्रीली अवेलेबल कंटेंट का फुल ऑन फायदा उठाएं, राइट? बिकॉज फ्री में मिल रहा है, फ्री चीज को यूटिलाइज करना चाहिए. ऐसा थोड़ी ना फ्री चीज फ्री है, ह्यूमन मेंटालिटी, फ्री चीज तो यूज करनी चाहिए, राइट? Okay, so now I'll not take any further of your time, and neither I would really hold you guys back from learning from such a renowned and extremely amazing personality as he himself is. Sanjeev sir, thanks a lot for coming on board with us, and I give you the entire opportunity as well to interact with our kids because they're very interesting, they are very interactive, and they would really love to learn from you. I'm pretty sure of it. So all over to you, sir.
Hello everyone. I think I'm unable to see the participants from my screen.
Yeah, so they are all joining from either YouTube or the application.
Okay, okay.
So we are
From the
not really,
different from
yeah,
the different sources.
yes.
Okay, okay, okay. No problem, no problem. Uh, Hello everyone. Myself Sanjeev Bhardwaj, and I'm the you can say educator and the teacher by choice, not by chance. And I apply the methods of accountancy and the methods of the accounts and try to connect it with the regular life applications where the students are able to connect easily with that. That is the main thing of my subject and my modus operandi of teaching the subject actually. So as far as concerned, I think the participants could be from grade 11, grade 12 of the commerce, or the participants who want to join, who want to take the commerce as one of the subject. So accountancy is the main pillar of the subject. In various state, it is known as element of accounts. In various subjects, in various state, it is known as the accountancy. Moreover, the CBSE board actually, the subject is known as accountancy. And in various board, the subject, like in Gujarat board, the subject is known as element of accounts. So element of account is a subject basically which actually uh, tells you and inculcates you the knowledge of what is accounting. First of all, the basic thing, what is the meaning of accounting? So accounting actually start from your data, and data must be of financial character. The financial character means the money. This is the most important thing. In accounts, we won't tell about anything which cannot be termed into the terms of money. So money is the most important thing into the accounts. So all the transaction is which can be termed into the character of the financial, or you can say which can be converted into the terms of money. This is the basically your feature, or this is basically one of the main ingredient of the accounts. That is the main thing. Second thing, most important, in accounts actually, the accounts actually which we make of the business. So business is the entity which is actually run by the owner, and it is a name of the firm. So into the business, firm and the owner both are separate entity. But when you think about that, you will be like that, it's a very strange thing. Who runs the firm actually, or who owns the firm? How could it be different from the firm? So because actually we do keep all the transactions from the point of view of firm only. That's why actually we take firm and your honor, both are different entity. So due to the different entity, we do keep all the transactions from the point of view of the firm. So this is the golden rule. There are two golden rules which will be actually very much useful from the point of view of 11th as well as 12th, and as well as up to till you have the accounts as your career in BCom, MCom, MBA, BBA, or all of them. So because actually we take the subject, but we must have to go through its basics. The basic fundamental is very much important. So basic of the fundamental of the accounting is, first is all the transactions are to be termed in money, and second thing, all the transactions are recorded from the point of view of firm or business, or we can say organization. Yes, owner takes the risk of the running the business. He takes care of all the things. But who is taking care of, and another one for whom he is taking care of, that is the firm. Because in economics you have gone about a fundamental, there are four factors of productions: land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. So entrepreneur takes the risk to gather all these things and start the business. He employ he employs labor for the production, and he gives them wages and the salary. So it is the expenses of the business. So all these expenses are to be transferred and are to be recorded from the point of view of firm only, not from the point of view of owner. This is the main golden rule. You can say main rule, or you can say main factors of the accounting. Okay. The second important thing is definition of accounting. What is the definition of accounting? Because this is the first basic lecture, so I will tell you about what is accounting all about. Because still crossing the 12th, the students are unable to tell what is the meaning of accounting basically. So accounting is an art of recording and your customization, and first of all recording, classification, and summarizing of the transaction. Recording means when you do record the transaction, okay, when you do record the transactions from the point of view of the firm, okay, in the different journal, you can say day book, you can say subsidiary books, you can have cash book, all other things. And the next thing is very much important. What is that? Classification. Classification means we have done the transaction from any trader, so that particular trader's account will be made differently. That is called the accounts of the trader. So that is called the ledger, and that process is known as classification. After classification, we do these two processes around the year, because in accounting, in a business, your business year or financial year started from 1st of April and it ends on 31st of the March. So during that 12 months you make all these two process, that means recording and classification. After making all the ledgers, you do the process of summarizing. So summarizing is the process when you got to know whether you are in profit or whether you are in loss. So for that, you make the profit and loss account and the trading account and know about your financial position through your balance sheet. So balance sheet is basically a tool which tells the financial health of your business. So these are the main definition of the accounting basically. So in sense, I repeat again, accounting is an art of recording, classification, and summarizing of the data, and data must be of the financial character. So the results can be interpreted thereof. So on the basis of those records, we can have the planning of the next year, from where and whether we have to go in curb the expenses, or we have to do more sales, or we have to increase our profit margins, or we have to reduce our cost. All these things actually is known by your accounts only. So this is the main fundamental, you can say, and this is the main feature of the accounting definition. Okay, so accounting is basically keeping the records, and keeping the records of your account is the compulsory exercise, because you have to show your accounts with the different various tax authorities. So tax authorities will require you the various records, and they will require you at the time of filing the returns the evidence and the supportive evidences for your transaction. As you know, from 2016, most of the transactions you have seen, digital transactions are going on. There is a curb on cash transactions. So if you do a transactions, government wants the record or the proof in respect of the same. Because transaction, when you do, it is compulsory to keep the evidence in respect of the same. So at the time of filing up the return, when the tax authorities will demand you about the particular expenses, about the particular thing, then you will be able to share the records. Okay, so this is the basically crux of accounting. What is all accounting all about, and what is the definition of the accounting first. Now, the most important concept which we are going to talk about is accounting equation. Because when we enter into the era of the accounts, each and everyone will tell you about debit, credit. Some will say debit mean plus, some will say credit mean minus, but it is not like that. It is not the mathematics. It is basically recording your transactions from the point of view of the firm. The debit and credit, it has a rule. But before that, the most important feature is your accounting equation. And before accounting equation, you must know about and you must go through about what is the basically terminology of the accounting. So the terminology of the accounting, that means the terms which we use in accounts. Okay, the first important term is basically the owner. So who is the owner? Owner is a person who takes the risk to do the business. That means owner gathers the resources for the business and takes and invest his money into the business for what? For the profit. Because profit is the reward of risk. You have already gone through into the business studies, or you can say in organization of the course. So whenever we talk about the profits, whenever we talk about the rewards, so it is basically reward to the owner. For what? For taking risk. Okay. Second thing, what is capital? So capital is the sum invested by the owner into the business for buying the resources. Without capital, you do not do the business. But for example, if your business requires 150 rupees to start, but you have only 100 rupees, so balance 50 rupees from where you will get? You have two choice. Either you drop the business idea or you take a loan from outside. So new thing comes into the picture, that is money taken from the outside. So the money taken from the outside is known as liabilities, because the sum invested by the owner from his pocket, that is called capital, and the sum invested by the owner by taking money from the outside, that is called liabilities. So liabilities, that means a sum which owed by the owner from the outside. So he or she need to return that money to that outside person. So 100 rupees from the pocket and 50 rupees from the outside, total is 150, then he may start the business. So 150 rupees, what the owner will do? Now owner will see the premises on rent. Now owner will actually do expense onto the furnishing of the office. For example, you want to start the business of mobile shop. So mobile shop is actually a business where you keep the mobiles of the different companies as well as the accessories. Because when you sell the mobiles, the people would definitely buy the accessories from you. So accessories you purchase, mobile you purchase from the companies, and you sell it through the your counter. So for that you must have to furnish your shop first, because it is a business of pomp and show. When you will not decorate your show, When you will not decorate and renovate your shop, no one will come, because it is the point where the person will attract, where the customer will attract, and they will come to your shop. When they will come to your shop, they will buy the mobile. So for X thing, you must have to buy the mobile from the company and then sell it to the customer. But in the meantime, the setup which you have made, it requires cost. The cost of furniture, cost of fixtures, cost of furnishing, the one helper person you have employed it, okay, and the expenses regular which you incur to maintain your business, the business of the shop. And the second most important thing is when you buy the mobile, which is known as stock, because when you buy the thing, goods, for which you are doing the business, first you will keep it, then you sell it. So until and unless it is in your shop unsold, that is known as stock. When you will sell the same, then you will, it is termed as sales, and you will earn the profit. Okay, so any businessman when start the business buying the resources, okay, and for buying the resources he purchases actually the furniture, he purchases the air condition for the shop, he purchases the stock, he purchases the various things to regulate day-to-day business. So the third terminology is stock. So what is stock? Stock is the basically when you purchase the goods from your third party or from your vendor. You have the business of mobiles. So first you will purchase the mobile from the distributor or the wholesaler or from the direct company as case to case. So when you sell that mobile, when you will purchase that mobile first, you will stock that. Stock is the unsold amount of the goods. Okay, this is our third terminology. Next terminology is our purchase. What is the meaning of purchase? The purchases means when we purchase the goods only. Good means the amount, yeah, the things for which we are doing the business. If we are doing the business of mobile, so that means our goods are mobile only. When our business is of cloth, so the cloth is our goods. When our business of iron, iron is our good. When we deal in aluminium, so aluminium becomes our good. Up now, see the difference. I want to ask you a question for the same. Think about the same. A owner purchases furniture for the shop. Is it purchases? No, this is not purchase. This is basically asset for him. Purchase is only termed for buying the goods. That means the things for which you are doing the business. Now, the next thing, assets. What is assets? Assets are owned by the business. That means assets are the things which we buy to regulate our business and as the regular resource thing for our business. For example, we have a shirt manufacturing unit. So our shirt manufacturing unit is basically requires machinery to production. So that machinery becomes the asset of our business because we have bought that asset actually for what? We have bought that asset to generate and for the production of goods and services. So for the goods and services when we produce, so that means it actually we have purchased it for actually regulate our business. One common question I want to ask you, very common question. Uh, for example, you buy a machinery of 5 lakh rupees to produce one of your cloth item, and your neighbor who is into the same business come to you and tell you, give me that machine, I will give you 10,000 rupees more for the same. Would you sell the machine to him just for earning extra 10,000 rupees? From your perception, I think you will tell the answer, yes, 10,000 rupees we are earning, so we will sell the machine and we will buy new. But from my opinion and from the business opinion, why should we sell that machine to our competitor? We are selling the machine, so that means we are increasing our competition. The machinery, that means the asset, the resources we are buying to run our business, not the other business. If we are earning 10,000 rupees, so my business is not trading of that machine. My business is basically manufacturing of that clothing product and selling that clothing product into the market. So these are some common sense things which the businessmen apply, which we see into the accountancy, because accountancy is actually related with the financial character and surrounding from the real time world. Each and everyone, we are connected with the regular day to day business transactions anywhere. For having a business transaction, it is not required that we should have a businessman. When we pay the electricity bill, so that means we are giving the electricity bill to the electricity company. They are the business entity. When we go to the shop to purchase something, or if we your parent who are doing any business or into a job or getting a salary, that is also a business activity. That is the main thing. So any business activity, any financial character, when we talk about, that is basically actually depends on the main thing, ki what we are going to purchase. When we are going to purchase the resource for our business, it becomes our asset. Yes, definitely. When we purchase the good or manufacturing the good, we resell it. So your machineries are not for resale. Your machinery are basically, you have bought it for the production of your business. Okay, resale is only for the goods, not for your machine. This is the most important concept and this is the most important thing. Okay, so we have gone through the definition of capital, we have gone through the definition of honor, we have gone through the definition of goods, we have gone through the definition of liabilities, we have gone through the definition of assets. These are the main pillars, main terminology. As far as the terminology concerns, actually there are a lot of terminology, but due to the time constants we cannot discuss all. We will discuss all the things in our forthcoming sessions, uh, by the virtue of all complete clearing up your fundamentals. Now the most important thing is, when we go and when we talk about the accounting, business accounting transactions, there is a accounting equation which is the most important equation of the accounting subject, and which applies actually for all the business organization. As far as concern about the Gujarat board actually gives least emphasis onto the your accounting equation, but CBSE has much importance and emphasis onto the chapter accounting equation. So what is accounting equation? Basically, what is accounting equation? Accounting equation is basically, when we talk about the equation, so all you have gone through the equations into the elementary classes in 9th and 10th. Equation means a expression which has basically a left hand side and the right hand side. So the equation means which has two sides, like a weighing machine. On when a weighing machine, when we actually weigh something like vegetables or like curd or like milk, at one side weight it is there and one side material it is there, and you will see a needle when it comes into the center, that means both the things are equal. Or right now the electronic actually weighing calculators are there, so you will see into the description of the digital, Yes, it's a 500 gram now, and I have bought of the 500 gram now. This is equal. So accounting equation is basically assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. It is a most important fundamental. It will be very much helpful. It helps you across the accounting career. Assets is equal to capital plus liability. If we take back to our conversation, when I started the conversation and I have come to the capital and the liability concept, I have taken one example. And that example was, if a business requires 150 rupees to start and the owner has only 100 rupees with him. So either he drops the idea or either he put 50 rupees from the outside. So that outside 50 rupees, that means it is the liability for him. So 100 rupees plus 50 rupees becomes a 150 rupees. So for that 150 rupees, what you will do? What the businessman will do? The businessman will buy the resources. The businessman will buy the resources from 150 rupees in terms of goods, in terms of furniture, in terms of some renovation, in terms of renovating a shop, and some amount he will keep to run the business and the regular meet out the regular business expenses. So what does it mean? All the asset which he has bought, it is from the money which was invested by the owner or taken by the owner from the outside. So that's why we tell total assets is equal to capital plus liabilities. So capital is basically the owner's equity. That means which the owner invests into the business from his pocket. And same as the liabilities, that means the money taken out from the outside to invest into the business, it is known as liabilities. So that 150 rupees assets you have bought from 100 rupees from the owner and the 50 rupees from the liabilities. So in this way, we can say this proposition is known as accounting equation. So accounting equation is basically the basic fundamental of your accounting subject. Okay, so for today, I want to actually restrict my discussion up to this only, because if we go and if we go through the accounting, we can go far beyond. The time limit is the constant. The time is less for teaching the accounting concepts and the accounting basics, but we will come up with more accounting concepts and the more application of the accounting. Today's lecture, it was only for the theoretical knowledge for the accounting. From the forthcoming sessions you will see examples, numericals, how does these concepts apply practical into the daily life and into the accounting. So this is the main fundamental of the accounting. So I am handing over to Lakshita ma'am. Yes, Lakshita.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
We'll definitely start working on getting, like, this was a basic lecture just to give students an
This was
idea that
the
this is
basic
something that
only.
we are coming up with. And
Exactly.
definitely, kids, stay on board with us because in the coming lectures, we are going to get some very interesting stuff going on. And sir, जो खुद ही इतना अच्छे से उन्होंने has explained you down all the concepts and everything. So we are very sure in the coming lectures, we are going to work out very much more than the concepts. We'll get into the numericals, we'll get into solving questions and much more. So stay tuned for all those things. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on board with us, for taking out so much of your precious time and actually coming and teaching our kids on our platform.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It will be my pleasure.
Thank you so much, sir. Till then, all of you, please do take care of yourselves and stay tuned if you want to stay for the next lecture. Bye bye. Please do take care. Thank you, sir. Thanks again.